Hey guys, welcome to Puce. As I'm doing this, I'm just checking on my settings and things. The light out here is terrible, so I can't actually see what it says anyway. Sound, that's the one I want to check. No, it's on the wrong mic. We want microphone, Hypercast, Hyperquidcast. Sound may have changed, it may not have, it's on. Hi guys, how's it going? I'm just recording this really. I feel like these things help me get into the recording mode, talking and all that kind of jazz. Gets my babbling out the way, I guess, so I can actually just go straight to doing the reading instead of having to explain like, oh, no, Mike, blah, blah, blah. So how's it going? How are y'all? I've got hair in my mouth. So, as you can see, I'm outside. Honestly, my kids have been sick. I had one of my kids off school in the week, and she just threw up in the morning, and she just wasn't feeling well all day. And then last night, my nearly 3-year-old, his birthday is on Sunday, he decided he was going to throw up. He was fast asleep. It's so annoying because we're kind of dropping day naps. Because if he day naps, he doesn't go to bed till I go to bed, which, like, with my other kids, I'm really strict on bedtimes. I think sleep is so important for their development, and that's a routine that I always stuck by. But having gone through separation, stuff like that, like, I co-sleep with my 3-year-old, and so his sleep time, basically, it's a little bit all over because he sleeps with me. So if he wakes up, then he's sat with me because he will not go back to sleep. Anyway, so when he day naps, he just does not sleep until it's my bedtime. So I try and make him stay awake. And then when he sleeps all night. Anyway, so yeah, he woke up and puked everywhere, and then he puked several times. So I've been up with him being sick. I was really worried, but he seems fine today. And then my eldest, he is also sick, so they're both sick. I've been feeling a little bit off today. I've been needing to record all week. I can hear him calling me. And yeah, I've been putting it off. I feel like I've been feeling a little under the weather, so I feel like this is probably just what it is, the sickness. So we just have to record with it. I thought I saw a spider. So my hair is not happening, like, it's all over. I have no idea, like, what is that, and I need to shave my neck because I shave my neck because my hairline is pretty long. I have quite dark hair, so I naturally have a lot of body hair, like a lot of dark haired people are. I am one of those, so I do shave my neck up to like have like an undercut. I have shaved my sides at different times, which is why my hair is the length it is now, because it's finally all growing out. This side is the side that was shaved and it is now perfect. However, my haircut, I absolutely hate it. It's at that stage where I want long hair. I'm trying to grow it, so I just feel like it has no cut, no style. So I just, it does what it does. And half the time it's just pushed back or just messy. So yeah, this is what's happening today. I also need to redo my roots as well. And for some reason I use like a booster on my hair so it's more vibrant, because it's more of like a blonde orangey copper, but I liked it to be copper, but like for some reason, like, I left the copper boost on way too long, and now I have dark copper, so there's that too. As for what I'm wearing, also in this, I'm not feeling well. I'm just gonna shove whatever on. I am wearing my cool little, it's like a Bowie kind of robe. So it's like I've just got out of bed, put some makeup on. I mean, I just wake up like this, right? We're gonna do readings. So the readings. I am going with an Archangel vibe. We are having the Archangel Power Tarot cards for this month of March, paired with the Archangel Oracle and Indigo Angel Oracle. Indigo Angel was actually the first deck that I bought for myself. It was the Indigo Child, kind of was the first jump into my sort of awakening period. Obviously, for those of you that have followed me since then, Jesus, like a long time, like 5 years now. I started with my Archangel Michael cards, which I do use quite a lot. I'm very in tune with that deck since they were the cards I jumped in with, and Archangel Michael has done me well on my journey. So yeah, I got them. They were meant for my mom, and then I started doing readings online and became very popular, and here we are today doing readings on YouTube while I get back into it. And so yeah, those of you that followed me from the start will know that when I went through my awakening, it kind of opened me up to the realization of so many things in my life that made sense at that point that I didn't even think of or anything until this point, right? And so I remember being when I was pregnant with my first. He's 9 next month. I remember coming across all this indigo child stuff, and I was all like, oh, this sounds very interesting. Oh, I'm really resonating with all this, but thought nothing of it. It wasn't really where my mind was at that time. It was very much on becoming a mum and living in Australia because I just moved to Australia as well. So yeah, when I had my awakening, obviously I was drawn to that sort of side of things, and my business was indigo spiritual, intuitive. And yeah, so were very good for me at that time. They're a very good beginner deck, actually. I'm actually keeping them purely to give to my children if and when they would like to do readings for themselves. I'll show you. Let's see. I'll pull a card for us, guys. Okay, this one. It's time to create. It is a very creative time at the moment. And actually, that's what I was getting to with this angel stuff. So we're in Pisces season, right? It's all about spiritual connection. Now my dad is a Pisces, and I really do connect my kind of spiritual connection to my dad. What the freaking hell what is that? It's probably meant to be this sign. I don't know. To my dad, and it's the angel side of things. Like his family are more Catholic. He had a Catholic upbringing. So I really do kind of associate angels and angelic side to my dad. Interestingly, because I'm a very spiritual person, I have these connections, like things that remind me and make me feel that vibe. And it very much is the Pisces, Archangel, angels, all that kind of vibe for Pisces. So when I have been using these, if you follow me on TikTok, I did a little you need to hear this video, and I felt like I needed to use them for these readings. And then that's when I was like, okay, what cards am I having as my oracles? And I was like, archangels. It's angels all the way. So this is why we are doing it. And also it is a time of, at the moment, all the astrology in the air. It's a time of what's the word I'm looking for? Transcendence, I guess. It's a time where we are next leveling and leveling up. Now, if you've been following my readings, you'll hear a lot of you have been getting, you're leveling up. It's time to level up. And it's supportive of this energy that's now in place right now. This is it. You're probably seeing angel numbers left, right, and center. This is really saying like, yeah, you're leveling up. Times might be a little bit difficult for those of you who are really letting go of the old and in with the new. You're letting the gold in. And that's what this time is about. You may be struggling, but the angel numbers are there telling you, keep going, I'm supporting you, we're supporting you. So I'm really hoping that these readings are going to be very much supportive and loving. Whenever I do angel readings, it very much is that way. Another little story. So before I come out to Australia, I'd never had a reading done for myself. But the week before, I worked in an office. It was like I did a friend's job for a while, and then I worked for the agency through temping. But while I was doing her job at the front desk, the manager in there, she did angel cards on the side. And I was really struggling with coming to Australia because I was letting go of all of my life. I was leaving a long-term relationship. And change for me up until that point in my life, like whenever I have change, it was scary. I used to be this person that's like, I hate change, because it always meant that I had to let go of so many things whenever there was a change, like moving home, leaving schools. I struggle to make friends and make connections. And so with any big change came that. So I was really struggling with this. I was 24, and just struggling with the idea of letting everything go and going into the unknown. That I grieved. I cried like for a whole year on my way to work. I would go to the gym. It was actually the fittest I'd ever been in my life at that point, because I was going to the gym for hours after work. I'd be working 9 till 5 and then go straight to the gym, and then I'd be there for a couple of hours and then go get Mackies. I'm not saying I was completely healthy, but fitness wise. um, and anyway, so I was just in this really grieving period. Like, I grieve things before I actually go through it. I'm a very weird person. I think it comes with that foresight. I see the patterns and I see the way things are going. So I start grieving that I'm losing before I've lost it. And I think it's because I'm aware that that's what's going to happen. I just know. So anyway, I was really sad the whole time, but I was excited. It was a big change. I wanted it, and I knew that good things were ahead of me. It was just, actually having to do that. So she was doing angel card reading, so I don't know whether I asked or whether I was asked to go, but anyway, I had this angel card reading. It's the first time I'd ever had a reading. At that point in my life, like, I wanted to have children reasonably young. I wanted them by the time I was 25. So I was 24, right? Actually, I turned 24 the day I left England. And it was just not happening. Like, I'd been in a relationship for 8 years, from when I was 17. And I was just like, I've got to meet someone else. I've got to get to know them, and I'm going to be traveling fast. And so I was kind of grieving that as well. Anyway, so these are things that aspirations I wanted in life, and I just couldn't see happening. So I went for this reading, and during this reading, I am basically told, like, all of your wishes and desires are going to come true quicker than you think. Kind of have faith and go for it. Be brave, be strong. Anyway, so from that point, that reading, though I didn't know what that meant, truly, I think obviously when we go for a reading, sometimes we interpret the way we do, but as it unravels, we understand completely what it meant. But in that moment, from that moment on, I didn't cry another time about leaving, about what I was grieving. Like, my grief was gone. I was reassured. I obviously felt the support of my angels and all that kind of thing. Like, at that time, I really, truly did not understand the full complexity of what it did for me or whys, because I was very much, young and naive in my existence on the planet. And yeah, I didn't cry. And anyway, fast forward, also that weekend just before, like on the Saturday, I was out with my best friend, and I was crying saying, I'm never going to be able to, I'm going to meet someone and get married, I'm never going to meet anyone again, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, 1 week into Australia, I had met somebody and he became my husband, and I had children. I was like pregnant a couple months later too. It was planned. It was not like, oh, I fell pregnant and I fell into this, and it wasn't planned that I was going to meet anyone either. Like, it's just things fell into place, but it was a really magical time. And obviously, as those that followed me or know me in personal life, you know that I'm no longer with my husband now as of like a year. It's been exactly a year. Crazy. Since things officially went official. And yeah, it's no regrets. Sorry, I lost my trail of thought then. I started thinking on things. So yeah, it's like, that was like my first sort of thing with the angel thing. Anyway, sorry, I lost total track when I started thinking about things that are happening. Anyway, guys, thank you for being here. I think I'm going to carry on and do the readings now. Yeah, comment below. Let me know how things are going with you. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'm about to start reading, so keep an eye out for your readings. Again, the subscription really helps me build this channel and keeps me going, because sometimes I'm thinking, should I be doing this or should I try and focus on somewhere else? Should I be trying to bring in an income, because obviously I'm not earning anything from doing this for you guys at this point. To monetize would be absolutely amazing, but at the moment that vision seems so far away. Oh, you may be having performance issues. Why am I having performance issues? Sorry, my laptop's telling me that. Lost my trail of thought again. Keep getting sidetracked and distracted. So yeah, every subscribe, every watch, it really does mean a lot. Every comment, to help me know that, this is right. I'm doing the right thing by sticking by this, and to stick it in for the long haul. I am a very loyal person, and I tend to be quite stubborn and stick with things. But this year is all about, getting rid of what no longer works and dropping things. So I really do need to assess things and how things are going, so that would really mean a lot if you do wish for me to carry on, for you to continue to support me, subscribe, follow me, all that jazz. Yeah, if there's anything as well that any I don't know, anything you would like me to do, you know, like improvements, any constructive criticism, any ideas of what you think might work that you would like to see. It's greatly appreciated, and yeah, I love it. Alright, I'm getting distracted, so I'm going to finish this now and begin reading. So I always start with my earth signs. I go earth, fire, water, and then air. In my logic, I always start with my month because I am a Taurus and I'm an earth sign. But to me, I go from ground up. I go earth, and then we've got fire, water distinguishes fire, and then we have the airs in the air. That is my twisted way of doing it, of how it makes sense to me, my logic, I guess. Yeah, I know everybody does it differently and does it in the correct order. I have had this idea, I was like, maybe I should do it in like in actual horoscope years, you know, starting Aries, Taurus, all that kind of jazz. But I just don't think I can do it. I have to do it my way. Puce and her quirky ways. But anyway, I'm gonna go, or else I'll be here again for another 15 minutes talking a lot of crap. Let me know if you like these videos. It really is just about, you know, sharing myself, sharing the little things that have gone on, all the things that tick me off, like my freaking hair. Like, what is this? I know it's gonna annoy me, and I just really cannot be bothered to sort it out. That's the real truth of it. I just cannot be bothered. So yeah, comment below. Thanks, guys. Catch ya.